This rugby preview is brought to you by Specsavers. Garen, who are you looking out for this weekend?
In particular, Pollard. I'm really enthused by his performance over the last couple of years. He's been to 3 World Junior Championships, which I think is a record. So he started off there as like a 17, 18-year-old, and he's really come through the ranks at the Bulls. Sure, he seems to have jumped the order a little bit. Morné Steyn has gone back. There was talk about Maurits Boshoff playing perhaps, or Johan Goosen, or even Ruan Pienaar. But he's got the start. He needs to grab it with both hands. It'll be interesting to see how he does. He obviously have those first test nerves, but like Rob correctly says, with Faria Priya taking a lot of the pressure off him, perhaps kicking more than he usually does, I'm pretty sure he'll be fine. So, I'm looking forward to him for sure playing, and pretty much all those that have been given a chance. They've been thrown a lifeline. Let's go see what you can do. You're playing at home. You're playing against a really weak Scottish team. We should win. There's not that much pressure really on you. The bench in particular is very, very inexperienced. I think 5 out of the 8 have never played a test before, something like that. So, it'll be interesting to see how they do. But they are household names at the same time. We've seen them in the Currie Cup. We've seen them in Super Rugby. So it's not like, who is this chap? We've never seen him before. We all know what they are capable of, and they've played themselves into the team through impressive performances at a slightly lower level. But there's nothing to say that they won't be able to step up to that international level. So I'm looking forward to like an all-round Springbok performance on Saturday.
Awesome. Rob, is it the same for you?
Yes, it is. The other one I forgot to mention, Jen, earlier was Lwazi Mvovo. Coming in, Brian Habana, of course, is one of the players who's had to go back to his French commitments. So we miss out on his experience and sort of game-breaking ability on the left wing. But it's reassuring that someone like Lwazi Mvovo from the Sharks gets another crack. He's made plenty of starts for the Springboks before. He's certainly got a good, more than a handful of caps and a few as a substitute. But I don't think they have any fear about him being introduced into the back 3. Bear in mind that he's played a little bit of fullback this season, hasn't he, Garen, for the Sharks. Jake White sort of liked what he saw of him as a possible number 15, and he did pretty well as a fullback. So, from a defensive point of view, I think it doesn't weaken the Boks in any way. And if anything, they've got a sort of a young bolter, perhaps with respect to Brian Habana, who's getting on a bit, still very nippy. But Lwazi Mvovo doesn't lack anything in gas, and I think he could be a big factor, possibly get across the whitewash a few times if the Boks manage to get a real head of steam against Scotland. So he's just one of the players I'll be looking out for.